friends, teachers, fellow Johannians, lend me your ears, for today we embark in a journey through time back to the year of 1886, the spark of the gold rush. The finding of gold in South Africa infected the minds of Europeans, drawing them in to our beautiful land, South Africa, better yet, Jozi, the city of gold. These events also led up to the Anglo-Boer War, which brings me to my topic, war and gold. In my topic, we'll be looking at the statues and monuments and memorials erected in the memory of the events that happened. We'll be exploring all of these throughout Jozi, and I have detailed and fellow historians and military experts that will help me discuss the matters of these statues and the relevance of them to South Africa. Today we have a historian and military expert named Stephen Roop. He'll be discussing a few questions I have to ask about the gold rush and Golden War. Stephen, I have a few questions to ask you, so please bear with me. First question, the gold rush what happened in 1886 was the pinnacle of South Africa's fame. Therefore, do you think it is right that we should make a monument or a statue or a memorial of the people that founded the country and made it the economic and business capital of Africa?
Well, Robbie, you've picked a very good subject and very poignant at the moment. Monuments in South Africa is very controversial at the moment with these groups that are taking down the past and the history, monuments, statues. I think it's good that we remember the past. I'm a militaria collector, I'm a militaria expert, as you'd like to call me. I curate museums, I believe in history, I believe in antiques, I believe in the past. I don't think we should forget.
Today we'll be journeying to the Rand Club in the center of Joburg to discuss its relevance to my topic, Golden War. The Rand Club, in the heart of Johannesburg downtown business area, was born in 1887, just after the gold rush was discovered on the reef. The brainchild of the legendary British Empire builder, Cecil John Rhodes, is still there today. Changed in some ways, but still an illustrious Johannesburg constant.
Also, I'm a Jew, and being someone who's come from a family that's been through a Holocaust, my family aren't happy that I collect German daggers from World War II. And my argument is it's part of the past, it's part of history, and a lot of rabbis will agree with me when they say if you destroy everything, then you forget the past and then history will repeat itself.
Mr. Forsyth, please could you discuss some well-known people in the Boer War, such as Barney Bernato, Cecil John Rhodes, and Mahatma Gandhi, and the part they played in the gold rush and the war?
Yes, I'm Robert Forsyth, Senior, and it'll be my pleasure to discuss these issues with you. Johannesburg, of course, the leading city in Africa, the center of gold. In the late 1800s, gold was found in Johannesburg, and great interest, a rush from all over the world. People came from every corner of the world to mine gold. Foremost amongst those was Cecil John Rhodes and his partner Barney Bernato. And of course, gold was found on Kruger's land. When I say that, I mean the South Africa Republic. And of course, there was conflict. And xenophobia showed its ugly head. Kruger was unhappy to give the foreigners the vote. Rhodes wanted the Transvaal for himself and the gold, part of his vision for Africa, a man with an incredible vision for Africa.
And what about the relevance of Gandhi in the gold rush and the war?
All right, many Indians had come to South Africa to settle. When the war broke out, the Boers were attacking Natal. Gandhi volunteered to come and fight in the war and help as an ambulance man and at the head of an ambulance unit. He volunteered his services, and the Indian services many times, was rejected by the British. But when the turn of events was such that the British were being hammered by the Boers, they considered Gandhi's offer and finally let him take part in helping as an ambulance corps. The Indians raised their own money to volunteer. And of course, Gandhi showed his own bravery at Speenkop, where he went onto the battlefield and rescued people off the battlefield. This was one of the worst battles the British had ever had. More British died per square inch than anywhere else at any other.
So I've taken you through a journey of some of Johannesburg's past. Now it is time to check what we have learned through our brief little history lesson. I am sure you will agree that the discovery of gold on the Witwatersrand was a defining moment in the power struggle for Johannesburg and indeed South Africa. Johannesburg's central location and riches attracted everyone to the region. World leaders such as Cecil John Rhodes, Mahatma Gandhi, Barney Bernardo, and many more were here. Those that desired power and those that desired work and a better future. But man's greed led to war, the South African War. In essence, a world war, as nations from far and wide sent troops to fight. Our great city arose to become the powerhouse of the continent, and is still today. And we must fight to protect our history. For as Stephen Roop says, we must learn from our past, cherish its lessons, and ensure that we don't repeat the mistakes made. Only through unity and cooperation can we remain at the forefront of our continent. Thank you. This has been Robert Forsyth on jozi.